Hello, everybody. So today is the Ask Jaena session again, and we are going to address a health question today. I just did something for my health. I went for a walk just now. Let me just check whether everything is all right. Just give me a minute, yeah. This is the chart that we're going to talk about today. Okay, let's see. Just give me a minute. Okay, I think it's good. So let's start. So last week we actually had I actually received two questions for the Ask Jaena session. And today I'm going to cover the second question. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Jaena. I'm with the Jive Academy, and I'm a student and a practitioner of metaphysics for a while now. And this few years, what I'm doing is I'm actually going to share what I've learned and also going to share my experiences and with my friends and with my customers based on metaphysics skills that I have learned over the few years, over 10 years actually. The knowledge was 10 years, but then the practice, I think now is the most intensive time that I'm practicing. Thus, I'm also doing like a YouTube live to share information. And feel free to send me questions. You can actually send it over YouTube, or you can go to Facebook, and it's on the same name, also the Jive Academy, whereby we will answer your questions on using metaphysics knowledge every Wednesday. So you can actually ask us any question. Like today, what was the question that was posed is, the recording is actually in my phone, but I'm just going to basically tell you the gist of the question that was asked. So this girl saying that she has been doing quite a lot for her health in terms of taking the right nutrition, as well as also doing exercise for her health. So, but it actually is very perplexing for her that even though she's been doing all these things, but her health is still not so good, in her words. So what I want you to notice in this question is it's actually very generic. The question is very broad. There's not much information in the question besides the fact that she's not happy with her current state of health. But she didn't say how serious or what is the health issues that she's facing. So a little bit of tips here, yeah. So for example, if let's say you're going to a metaphysics consultant, or you're going to like even like those some people you call it fortune teller and those things, even a tarot card reader on the Western side, try not to conceal information, or try not to be so generic. I know that some of you is thinking that, okay, if you're really good in your craft, if you're really good in your party knowledge, really good in your Qimendunjia, feng shui knowledge, or astrology tarot knowledge, you would know what am I going to ask, and you would know all the information. Actually, it's not that. If you give very generic question, your answer will be very generic. So do you actually want this situation when you have already gone to this consultant to seek for advice in terms of addressing any issue that you have? So you're actually wasting the consult if you give a very generic question. So what I suggest to you is ask in a very probing manner. If the consultant asks you any question to understand further your situation, just tell them. At the end of the day, you have already paid the money. So if you want to use this session as the session that you're paying for, as a session to actually debunk the myth whether this consultant is good or not, it's not worth your money. Don't do it. Basically, you will know whether the consultant is good or not by how? Very simple. By the fact that whether the consultant can solve your question or not, can solve your issue. For instance, let's say, for instance, you're having a career issue, you're having issue in your job. So if the consultant managed to give you information and managed to give you guides and advice on how do you solve your problem at work, then that is a good consultant. It doesn't matter that the consultant cannot like just by looking at you without you even saying a word, the consultant straight away say that, oh, so and so, I know what's your problem. I know your problem is with your boss, and I know she is every Monday she will drink coffee and after that she will scold you. Things like that. Doesn't matter if the consultant is not that kind of a level, because at the end of the day, we are not God. We do not know like to that extent. But from the way from the chart, like today, which actually I'm showing you the Qimendunjia chart, we can actually have information about your current situation, and from there we can help you to solve the problem. Okay, I divulge a bit just now. So now let's go to the point of this chart, talking about health. So where is the asker? In this situation, the asker is actually in the on this box. There's a north box at the bottom. So asker is water, while the outcome is actually on the south box. So in itself, you already see that north and south. North is water element, south is actually fire element. Water and fire clash already as the situation in the chart. It means that the asker health, true enough that she is not happy with the health situation, because true enough the health is actually not so good. So now let's look into how serious is the health issue. Is it okay? Now we know health not so good, but how serious is it? Is this like really critical or something? The answer is no, because it's in the east box. It's not very critical, but there are things that is bothering the asker. How do we see it? Okay, from this east box, right, on the left, you can actually see that there is this one Wu and Zi. We call it stem. So in terms of the stem, Wu actually is an earth element like mountain, and Wu actually, what does Wu denotes is like the stomach, abdomen, or even the nose or the skin. So on the surface, yeah, because this is the top stem, on the surface, the asker is having problems like perhaps with the skin, like me, like that, maybe a few pimples or things like that, or perhaps sensitive skin, things like that. Nose, perhaps allergic nose, or because Wu actually denotes this field. It can be nose, it can be skin, it can be stomach, or even like the abdomen area. So that's for that reason, right? My suggestion is you give more specific answer to the consultant. For instance, I'm having problem with my stomach. Then at least the consultant don't have to say, oh, it could be nose, it could be, because Wu itself denotes these four things. So it could also be stomach and abdomen, as I've said just now. So for instance, stomach discomfort or swelling, bloating, things like that. So, but that is on the surface. So for this asker, from the surface, her health issue seems to be that. But be careful, because we shouldn't only look at the surface. We should also look into the underneath. What is the actual problem? And here we can actually see that, here you can see that this Ji, yeah, Ji earth, also earth element beneath. So that means this one from the surface, asker may not know that actually I have this issue. Asker may only know that I have nose, skin, stomach, abdomen issue. But asker may not know actually inside the true reason that is causing all this G earth actually denotes spleen, pancreas, also skin or nose, or also stomach. So it could be asker's issue is actually stemming from the spleen and pancreas. And spleen and pancreas, right? What is the cause of your spleen and pancreas giving this issue? It's actually, we can see that spleen and pancreas gives the body a very damp condition. Spleen and pancreas actually is in charge of metabolism, in charge of digesting the food and then absorbing the qi from the food. In TCM, we call it qi lah. Okay, so when the spleen and pancreas is actually affected, what will be the cause? It will actually surface as a cause that I just said just now, like stomach discomfort, skin issue, and things like that. So, but what caused this spleen and pancreas issue? One of it is our lifestyle. So, for instance, because you can actually see here as well, right, that the asker box itself is the geng. So geng actually is the problem. So that means the asker, the person who's asking the question, is the one that is contributing to the problem by lifestyle choices. And what are the lifestyle choices that are causing spleen and pancreas problem? I've read that because this is actually a damp condition, a dampness in your body, meaning that in terms of taking cold drinks, taking cooling foods, food that in TCM is actually categorized as cold food, like for instance, fruit, vegetables is mostly cold. Also, taking too much dairy. Dairy actually, be mindful that dairy is not only in terms of the milk that you drink, but it's also in the side product. It could be cheese, it could be even like protein shake that is made of dairy sauce. So these are the things that is causing this these are the possible food that is causing this dampness. So by that, also the other lifestyle habits like showering when you're very hot, or drinking cold water, or sleeping in the aircon room and things like that. Because why it can seems to be a bit like over cautious, because wow, sleep in aircon room also cannot. I'm actually staying in Malaysia, so Malaysia is very hot. So it's actually very perplexing if I tell my client in Malaysia that, hey, you cannot sleep in aircon room, all these things. But this is exactly what TCM doctor, professor level, who warned me actually when I go and see TCM doctor, because that professor actually told me, you even need to cover your leg, or you even need to wear like either long skirt, because that day I was like wearing a like knee length kind of skirt, and she was saying that you need to wear long skirt or long pants, because the wind, the dampness is getting into your body. So initially I was a bit stubborn, as usual, stubborn. And then after that, because I'm also very afraid of hot, I'm really like sensitive to heat. So I didn't take that advice very kindly, but that problem actually continued to plague me, problem with the dampness in the body. So in a way, I'm quite close to this asker's kind of an issue, whereby it's actually dampness in the body. So that can actually originate from the spleen and pancreas. So look into TCM. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a TCM doctor. This is just from the little knowledge that I have on is from spleen and pancreas. This is from Pazi. So from Pazi knowledge, and thus I can actually interpret in the Qimendunjia chart. Thus, I would suggest that you look into, perhaps visit a TCM doctor and really specifically ask the TCM doctor, is it any issue with my spleen and pancreas, or dampness in the body, or perhaps do some research yourself and take some food and habits, practice some habits, and take some food which is suitable to your body condition. So that is what my suggestion for today. And also a note, yeah, because this is open door. Open door denotes that if let's say it's a job, then, or if you're looking into opportunity, then yes, open door is good. Oh, it's open to opportunity. But in health, open door is not so good, but not so bad lah. Not so good in the sense that open door means that it will keep coming. It will keep coming. The situation will keep coming if we don't address the situation. So thus, my suggestion, please seek your TCM doctor's advice, or seek your doctor's advice, and really look into your lifestyle habits in terms of nutrition and in terms of your habit. Okay, that is all my advice for today. So if you have any question, feel free to send to us via YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. We're also in Instagram, and I'll address it on every Wednesday. So that's all for today, and thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you like the content that we share, the advice that we share, and I see you again next week. Bye.